I will just basically take you through my presentation. Just to give you an overview of what I will be talking about, I will just give you a snapshot of about the NCPC, who we are, as well as the South African water challenges, as well as the NCPC response to that, and also look at the work that we've done so far. NCPC has done so far, specifically under the Industrial Water Efficient Project, and also I'll just tell you about the current as well as future work, what is on the pipeline, what is in progress, as well as what is going to be coming in the future. Without wasting any time, let me quickly just run through it. So I think a lot of people knows that now who we are as NCPC, but I will just tell you that we are a national cleaner production center of South Africa. What we do is support industry to improve competitiveness as well as reducing environmental footprint. We do that through the implementation of resource efficiency as well as methodologies. So the services that we offer to industry, most of them, I will say, they are highly subsidized. The aim for that is to stimulate as well as to get the support, the uptake for RCP to be done by industry. So the areas where obviously we do that is through assessment, implementation in various thematic areas. Could be water, could be energy, as well as could be what we call ISP, material waste as well. So the other leg that we strongly focus on is skill development through various training courses that we offer. But specifically for water, we'll be doing the currently now we're in a development of the water end user modules that will roll out very soon. I think before end of this year, I think around Q3 to Q4, we will obviously start those type of training. I'm sure we'll invite a lot of experts, a lot of industry, as well as a lot of interest, even from various departments, even government as well. The other services that we offer is RCP tools. Most of them are online tools, as well as sector guides. As well as what we do as well is what we're doing now in terms of the workshop conferences, where we are raising awareness, as well as also we are assisting with policy advancement. In terms of the flagship project thematic areas where NCPC is focusing on, I've already mentioned the first one is water. Industrial Water Efficient Project. The second one is ISP, Industrial Symbiosis Program. The third one is Industrial Energy Efficient Project. Now I'll just take you through the South African water challenges and what has been NCPC response to that. When we started this project, I will say early in 2017, we obviously had various partners because we believe in collaboration, so that we can really try to find or get a lot of stakeholders to give us, to add value. So and hence we had this project started. So the project was started between two governments, which was the Danish government, as well as South African government, as well as various stakeholders like the DWS, as well as IFC, as well as Water Research Commission. Oops, I think I've touched. Okay, let me press on the correct thing. Okay, just to give you a background of the status in South Africa. So South Africa average rainfall is 450 millimeters per annum, which is really below the international average of 750 to 850. And the recent drought has resulted in 7 out of the 9 provinces being declared disaster areas for agriculture. And the other challenge as well is we are heavily relying on surface water, and the quality there is really going down, and the requirements in terms of the to make sure that our water, we bring our water to a potable standard, is really becoming a challenge. Also, what we've seen as well is that industry, if you were to compare industry in terms of the overall water breakdown use, so the users for industry is typically 10 to 15%, but significant impact is on the water effluent quality, because industry really discharges a lot of effluent, and there are always challenges in terms of their effluent discharge, which is in most situation is not within specification. So there is always that challenge that we are facing in South Africa. The fourth one is the water restriction which has been imposed for industry as well as domestic users. As you've known, the water supply as well is constrained again. So early in 2017, there was this partnership that I've already mentioned between 2 governments, South African government as well as Denmark, where an agreement was made, and then this project was launched in early 2017 to respond to the challenges in South Africa. So the main areas where we've focused the project, which is the IWE, to respond to the water challenges in South Africa, we look at the policy environment, which was the first pillar to facilitate and enable an environment. We also look at establishing and promoting the adoption of international standard for water management. We also look at the third leg, which is the development of the relevant skills to support the industry in terms of implementation of water efficiency. We are doing that through training. The fourth one is obviously support industry plans to implement water efficiency to demonstrate the benefits. The last one, which is obviously deliver a focus awareness campaign to promote the adoption of water efficiency. So those are the areas where we focus as the IWE project. Just to give you also again just the high level highlights of South Africa. So South Africa is rich in natural resources except water. So the way we have to really manage water is very important, even going to the future. I recently heard that within I will say 2 to 5 years, they are saying already places like KZN as well as other places, in terms of the water supply, the demand will just outstrip the supply. So really, South Africa must really make sure that this scarcity resource is really managed properly. As I've already mentioned, that also the average rainfall is typically between 500 millimeters per annum, which is really way below way below the international standard. So, as you can see, really, South Africa is a country which really is a water stressed country. Just to also give you an overview in terms of the use of water resources in South Africa. So a lot of water is being used for agriculture purposes, followed by total of 27% specifically, which is your municipality as well as domestic. Also other areas as well, mining 2%, power generation as well. So a bulk of water in South Africa is really used by agriculture. They will be the most affected together with domestic as well as the industry. So water challenges that we've faced as a country, and NCPC rather responded through developing this project, launching this project. And now I'll just tell you some of the things that we've started during the early days in early 2017. What were also the interventions, which also gave us some success stories as well as good impact. The first thing that we've done since we've signed in fact, we went into the collaboration. An MOU was signed between South Africa and Denmark. And then Denmark are really advanced in terms of water management as well as water stewardship. We've got their what you call expert within the field. And they've started to assist us to review some of the master plans, strategic documents for Department of, at the time it was Department of Water and Sanitation. So basically the findings on the policies in terms of the policy landscape in South Africa was that, the policies are good, but I think it was lacking in terms of real implementation. That was one of the things that was noticed in that. Also, we've looked at promoting the national and international standard for water management, and hence within the IWE project, we started to develop what we call a water audit protocol guideline, of which one of my colleagues will share an overview on that particular document. Also, in terms of skill development, what we've done back in 2018, we've done a skill gap so that we can understand exactly where we are in terms of the skill set in the market. And upon reviewing that, we find the gaps, and we've started to say we'll have to obviously develop terms of reference for training module, which would be specifically be aligned with water efficiency, of which we'll be launching those what you call modules this year. Also, what we've done from that time, from 2017 up until now, we've seen implementation demonstration plans where we've done over 25 assessments in various sectors. They are cutting across agro-processing, chemicals, and all of that. We've done assessment there now where we quantify for industries to say these are the opportunities that we see, and one of the company that we work with, we assisted them in terms of technical assistance. It was Ilovo. We've done technology brainstorming with the company. We've linked them to a finance leakage through IFC, and basically they've put their application there. We've assisted them from start to finish because they had to obviously put a big investment there of in a tune of over 150 million rand. So we don't necessarily fund such big investment ourselves, but we do have some means to link them to correct financial institution, and hence we link them with the IFC to obviously see if the feasibility can be done for their particular project. Also, what we've done during the lockdown internally within NCPC, where we couldn't really go to site. What we've done there, we've looked at the work that we've done for the last 7 years or so, from 2013 to 2020. In 2013 to 2020, we've looked at all the water assessment that we've done. And we've done basically a thorough a review on that within the team. And then we've managed to really find some patterns, find some trends, also plot some very important graphs, also to have a clear picture in terms of what is happening within the agro-processing sector. What we find was really interesting, because it helped us to start to develop one of the agro-processing sector guide that we actually develop. So what we've done, we've taken 92 assessment reports. We went through those reports, done classification. We've basically taken everything as a research project. It was basically just a desktop study, even on our site. We've basically scrutinized all the reports. We've classified them. What was interesting was that out of those 38 reports, which were classified under subsector, which is called agro-processing subsector, there were 5 common what you call recommendation, which are easily implemented in any industry. You can implement those ones easily, and then hence we've developed that best practice sector guide. The other things that we've done, which also have been achievement, we've also completed and started to see implementation within companies, where now we started to capture case studies to show that really the industrial water efficient project can really work, and we've seen success so far in that. We've recently, like I've mentioned, we've done publication of one of these sector guides. It's called Agro-Processing Food Processing Guideline. I'm sure some of you might have seen. You might have seen it in one of our brochures. So it's already being obviously has been published so that it can be used by anyone. Also, what we've done another publication, Water Audit Protocols, which basically outlines if you were to just do an water audit or water assessment in any facility, what are the steps you do? How do you conduct? What's the approach you take in order for you to do a water assessment? Also, what we've developed within NCPC, we've developed a tool, we call it a water loss logging tool, which can really be used by, again, it was specifically designed for agro-processing sector, but it can be used even within other facilities as well, where basically you log your water losses within your facility, and it also helps you to quantify them, just give you estimate, as well as this tool can easily be used, be integrated in most organizations within even the maintenance programs, where they can even put a tag to say at a certain section there is a leak there. They can even put a tag to say it can be rectified by the maintenance people. So these are some of the work that we've done. Also, another publication that we've recently launched is the Water Energy Monitoring and Metering Guideline for Agro-processing sector. So this has been done through the partnership between South Africa, Danish partnership, as well as IFC. So I'm sure as well you will see that one as part of the brochures. So I'll just take you through the future work that we are currently doing. Currently now we've looked at other subsectors within agro-processing. We've looked at red meat abattoir, where we were developing guidelines there, because we've realized that agro-processing has got many subsectors, and it's one of those sectors which is water intensive in most situations. So it uses a lot of water. So, and hence the focus was to say, let's focus on subsectors within agro-processing as well, which is the first one that we are doing, which is the red meat. The second one that we currently developing as well is poultry abattoir guideline. And the third work that is ongoing, since now we've managed to launch the monitoring and metering, what you call guideline through IFC. We'll be now starting now to pilot that one within the dairy sector. We'll be starting to do that within this year. I think the aim is to start to pilot four sites within South Africa. If at least we can at least get a good representative to say if we can get dairies from, I would say, from all the provinces, it will be really great to have, where we'll get one KZN, maybe two Gauteng, Western Cape, as well as other provinces as well. So that is basically the current work. There are other things which are happening in the background, but we did not necessarily want to put them here. Which is basically we've got a lot of what you call collaboration work with the various stakeholders in South Africa, different governments, as well as agencies, of which we are working, we are supporting even their strategy as well. Also, they are supporting our mandate as well. So there are other work which are happening. Just to show you, this is basically will be we've already produced this one. It's called the Water Efficient Sector Guide. That is how it looks like. Basically, this is just the cover page. Basically, it can be used by anyone. It's an easy to follow tool. You don't necessarily need an engineer. Even a one business owner on a small, medium enterprise can really follow through by following this guide, and the guide will really assist them in that. The second one that I also talked about is the water loss management tool, of which we will be starting now to obviously pilot this within various facilities. So all of these are you can get them if you were to go into our website, NCPC website. You will be able to get this sector guide as well as tools. And the other sector guides I've already mentioned again is the metering and monitoring guideline, as well as this one, we call it a self-constructed industrial water efficient, what you call a guideline as well. So these are some of the things that we got as NCPC. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lindani. Thank you for that good presentation. Lindani and I were quite, our work was quite significant in the tools that he mentioned in the presentation. And that participation in developing those tools was a team effort between the industrial water efficiency team, So we are a team of about five project managers in the NCPC, and we all put heads together in contributing towards the development of that. Um, the water tool that Lindani has indicated is a tool that is qualitative in nature. It's not a tool that you can go into and find kiloliters of water savings calculated as a calculation on a background calculator. So if you expecting to go onto the website and to see a calculator that's going to give you some sort of an indication of how much water in kiloliters you are losing or consuming in a particular company, then unfortunately you'll be a little bit disappointed because it's a very basic tool, and as I've indicated, it's a qualitative tool. So it really gives you an indication at a very high level of a particular water loss that you've encountered in your company, which is a kind of a logging of that particular water loss, as well as a tracking of when that water loss was addressed or attended to or fixed or repaired. Um, so yes, please pay a visit to the website. Go onto the website and have a look at the wonderful guides and tools that we've developed. I would just like to make use of this opportunity to indicate to you by a show of these hard copies that we have these publications printed out. It's at the back of this venue room. You can help yourself to a copy of this. Um, the tool is not published because the tool you have to actually open up on your computer and you have to play around and input some data. But yes, these things are available. So thank you again, Mr. Lindani, for that.